Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here, welcoming you to another one of those trophy achievement list analysis videos that you guys seem to enjoy. Today's game, oh boy, this one's gonna be interesting. Surgeon Simulator for the PS4. Now, for anyone who has never played Surgeon Simulator on the PC or anything else, you know how difficult it is to do the simplest of tasks. Well, then this platinum is probably not going to be easy. So let's go ahead and look at the trophy list. But for anyone who doesn't know what the game is, you're supposed to simulate doing various surgeries, eyes, hearts, kidneys, etc. And it's really hard. So let's look at the actual trophy list that just came out a couple of days ago. The platinum is titled There is Nothing More to Teach. There are 56 total trophies, and that one's like completed every achievement. Now go save lives. You probably about could save lives if you managed to platinum this game. So, these first quite a few are going to be bronze, and I'll let you know when one is no longer a bronze, but here's what we got. I think I got this. Perform a heart transplant. That seems pretty simple. That's one of the few things I have ever been able to do in a surgeon simulator. Kalima. Perform a heart transplant in under a minute 50 seconds. That doesn't sound easy at all. Don't intest my patience. Perform a double kidney transplant in under 3 minutes. That's not going to be easy. How long can you live without a brain? Perform a brain transplant in under a minute. I mean, I guess for that you just have to hack away at the skull and put the brain in, but still, I mean, that can't be easy. Blink and you'll miss it. Perform an eye transplant in under 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I've never actually done an eye transplant in one of them, so I don't really know how that's going to be. You may feel a light tapping. Perform a teeth transplant in under 3 minutes. I've also never done a teeth transplant, so I don't know exactly what that's going to be about, but that one doesn't sound horrible. Like a hot dog down a hallway. Perform a corridor heart transplant. I have no idea what that is, but it's just another bronze trophy, so it's probably fairly basic. Don't even need a bucket. Perform a corridor heart transplant, losing less than 900 milliliters of blood. Tunnel vision. Perform a corridor double kidney transplant, losing less than 800 milliliters of blood. Considering how me and like 99.99% of other people play Surgeon Simulator games, completing things without losing that much blood is going to be very hard. I really hope there are going to be video guides for this if I actually ever plan on getting it. The brains of the operation. Perform a corridor brain transplant, losing less than 750 milliliters of blood. Won't even need glasses. Perform a corridor eye transplant, losing less than 1250 milliliters of blood. Open really wide. Perform a corridor teeth transplant, losing less than 550 milliliters of blood. I have no idea how to do what any of those are, actually, so I will probably not be a doctor. These are all actually like identified by different colors, like that set was all green on the trophies. 999, perform a heart transplant in an ambulance. I mean, that makes sense. I guess the difference would be that it would be really shaky or something that would make it more difficult. Life's too short, perform a heart transplant in an ambulance in under a minute 40 seconds. So that sounds a lot like one of the earlier trophies. A surgeon's merit is based on speed. That is totally not true. Perform a double kidney transplant in an ambulance in under 2 minutes. Brainstorm, perform a brain transplant in an ambulance in under 90 seconds. I can see for miles ... per hour. Perform an eye transplant in an ambulance in under 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Not the time or place for precision. Perform a teeth transplant in an ambulance in under a minute and 50 seconds. I think that's just making fun of itself as to like how imprecise the transplants and stuff are in this game. Oh boy, it still looks very difficult. In space, no one can hear you bleed. Perform a heart transplant in space? Okay, I don't really know how that's going to happen. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it. Perform a heart transplant in space, losing less than 800 milliliters of blood. Surgery of the future. Double kidney transplant in space, losing less than 700 milliliters. Precision instrument time. Brain transplant in space, losing less than 600 milliliters. And these are all like purple symbols. Extreme space stalker. Perform an eye transplant in space, losing less than 1,000 milliliters. Well, at least that gives you a little more error space, I guess. Maintain healthy gums, at least. Teeth transplant, space, less than 600 milliliters of blood. I assume in space that means that everything's probably floating around, so it's going to be even harder and more convoluted to pick up. Now we get to what appear to be the miscellaneous trophies, and some of these are probably really, really easy, actually, so some of the trophies in this game are at least going to be really easy. I immediately regret this decision. Electrocute and drug yourself at the same time. I know how to drug yourself, I don't know how to electrocute yourself, but I have an idea of what you do. You probably just stick yourself in a defibrillator or something. And they said it was impossible. Complete a procedure after being drugged and electrocuted. Must be afflicted within 20 seconds. That's a silver trophy. So it's probably a lot harder, and that's actually really funny. What have I done? Lose a patient within 15 seconds. That's actually probably not difficult at all. Hammer time. Lose 50,000 milliliters of blood using the hammer. You see, trophies like that are really easy. What a load of bull. Listen to the surgeon rap. I don't know what that has to do with surgery simulation, but I don't know. The goggles do nothing. Completely smash up the goggles. I would assume you could do that just by laying them on the table. Probably would be the easiest thing. Lumberjack. Cut out the eyes using a surgical axe. That sounds like a good idea. Heterochromia. Give the patient heterochromia. I have no idea what that is, but hetero means like multiple, and chromia, I would assume maybe has something to do with like the skull or the head, so is it like give someone 2 brains? I don't know. Next trophy is a silver trophy. Oh, this one is actually really skill-based. You can't handle the tooth. Complete the tooth transplant, only removing the rotten teeth. That's gonna be hard. I mean, most of the people, including myself, will just, like from what I've seen, would just end up smashing all the teeth out with a hammer. Oh, that does not look easy. Keyhole surgery. Completely remove the rib cage. Actually, that one's not painfully difficult. Practically licensed. Complete all procedures. That one probably isn't too difficult. This one's a silver. Get an A++ rating on a procedure. It's called I Should Never Have Doubted Myself. That's not gonna be easy. I can already say that. Best surgeon in the world. I have a feeling this is probably gonna be the extreme platinum killer of this game. Get an A++ rating on all procedures. That's just mean, developers. Why? Like a wet paper towel, and these are all bronzes. That one was gold. These next few were bronzes. Like a wet paper towel, throw the new heart away in the surgery. That's easy, at least. I'm sure he'll live. Complete the procedure with less than 10 milliliters of blood remaining. That one would be kind of luck-based, I would assume, but that's not horribly difficult. Vorp. Complete or create a Time Lord. I have no idea what you do with that. The best of your heart. Replace the heart with something else. So I'm not sure if that means you have to complete the surgery putting something else in place, or if you can just drop something else in place first, because that does not sound too difficult. Doctor, give me the news. Answer the phone. That seems pretty easy. Nigel, the secretary, go about your secretarial duties. That's probably pretty easy. Space! Go where no surgeon has gone before. I assume that means go into space and do a surgery. About as politically correct as fur. Give a patient a scarf. What? That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. It's in, I tell you. ... and it was going so well. I mean, I know that that's a description that you get sometimes when you kill the patient, and it was going so well, so that's probably going to be almost like story-style based. Nothing but skull. This is a silver. Complete a brain transplant by throwing the brain in. Yeah, that sounds not easy or, like, good for the patient at all. Let's see that sick filth again. Perform a 180-degree spoon flip. So spin or flip a spoon. Okay. So those two were both silvers. Call Trisha. Now these are going to be bronzes again. Now, where did you leave her number? Okay, that's probably something pretty simple. Enter the code. Now, these have got that purple on them again, so I wouldn't be surprised if these have something to do with the space again. I'm not sure that was worth it. Enter the code. I mean, I don't know what you would do with that. I don't know what that's related to. We're going on an adventure. Take your radio with you. What does that mean? Just, like, take your radio into space for a surgery or something? Screw the Prime Directive. Reveal your next patient, and it looks like an alien in the picture, so what does that mean? That we have to do a transplant on an alien or something? Yep, that's what it's gotta be, because the next trophy is first success, complete an alien organ transplant. So that doesn't sound super difficult, but still, that's actually kind of interesting. I have no idea what I'm doing. Smash all canisters within 10 seconds. Those are probably like the canisters that have like some of the stuff in them. That's probably not too difficult. And final trophy. This one is a gold trophy. Best surgeon in the universe. Complete all 6 secret transplants. I could say something about what I think they are, but I'm not going to because I want to be fairly mature. So in the end, if this is going to be anything like the PC versions of Surgeon Simulator, this is going to be a really, really difficult Platinum Trophy. I will probably not ever go for it, though I may get it on like my secondary account just to try it out and see what it's like, because some of the trophy descriptions are really funny, and some of the trophies seem like they'll be pretty easy. But overall, this definitely looks like it's going to be a hard trophy list. I mean, it's 56 total trophies, 1,230 points. But seriously, only 2 golds and like 4 or 5 silvers, so it just doesn't seem like it's going to be worth it. So overall, on first notice, I would give the trophy difficulty of this list probably an 8 out of 10. But I could be wrong on that. It could be a little bit easier or harder, I don't know. But I would initially give it an 8 out of 10. I don't know when the game will release on PS4, but it should be fairly soon. I've read sometime in August. It may have already released by the time this goes up, but yeah, that's an interesting trophy list. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and look forward to playing Surgeon Simulator and trying to get this Platinum Trophy, so good luck, and see you guys for another Platinum Trophy list analysis.